Welcome back to another episode of Uncut and Uncensored with Caroline Stanbury and
Today with Sergio Carrallo all the way from Maldives.
he thinks we're going to have a child. That's my child. That is my fucking child. That is the problem, my love. That is exactly the problem. That's why I love you and we're still not ready for children.
What are we going to talk about? First, children.
So it's funny actually because as you can see we're in the Maldives. And this is a more family-friendly resort, which has been great, actually, because every time we've been, my kids, who are teenagers now, always go, Mum, can we come? And I'm like, what are we going to do with them in the Maldives? Like, seriously, what do you do with teenagers in the Maldives?
I mean, there's so many things to do, to be honest. We came here, and there's so many lovely, happy families with kids around here that is beautiful to see.
So we brought my daughter, and this has been, by coincidence, they're filming Made in Chelsea here, which is hilarious because I haven't watched it in about 10 years since my friends were all on it. And now they're about half my age, but this has made my daughter extremely happy. She's having the most fun with all of them. But the fact is, this is family friendly. So we go to the restaurants in the morning, and Sergio's like, exactly what you just said. Look at all the beautiful, happy families. And I'm like, I just see snotty little kids.
Let me tell you something. So before we came to Maldives, we spent a lovely, beautiful day with Laura Anderson, okay, from the UK. She did Love Island and she just had a child. She's absolutely the cutest thing in the planet and she brought it for the day and I honestly had
It's
the
not
best time.
it. That's the problem. She told you not to call it it. Bought her for the day. It's not it. You were whistling at it like it was a dog.
I wasn't
She
whistling,
asked
baby.
you to stop. Like you were going, come on.
Yeah.
That's what you do to animals, not
and
babies.
She was listening.
Yes, because it's a baby, but that's not what you do to babies. That's how you call a ferret.
I honestly believe I have a special connection with children, especially with little girls.
Sergio, you haven't spent longer than half an hour. And that's the problem, okay? So all I see, because I've brought up 3 children, and I wouldn't change it, my little darlings for anything. But let me tell you some realities about kids, okay? And actually, on this island, I met the woman that has the head of PR here.
I'm listening. I want to see.
What does she say? She doesn't want babies.
I don't care about her.
39, is she? 39?
Honey, it's our future. It's what is going to stay when we become older. And when I'm 70.
I am old.
When I'm 70, who is going to carry my generation? Who is going to be the little Carrallo running around? Nobody. I don't want to be.
Your sister will have a baby. Listen, your sister will have a baby. That's what will happen. But let me tell you the truth, okay? So right now we're 3 kids down. We're building in Bali. We're doing all these amazing things, right? I have not flown economy in probably, years. I can't remember when I last flew economy.
I don't remember either, but that's not the point.
I flew here economy.
Because of your kids.
Well, on top of all the other, we've got school fees, we've got things that we do, we've got everything else, building properties and doing Bali. So
actually,
you want to throw a child into the mix as well.
That is the biggest excuse no one can hear in the planet. You're saying that we're not having a kid because of our financial situation. Bullshit. Literally bullshit.
No, that is bullshit. But
Big time.
But it's like, I don't want to throw a child into that. I am trying to be sensible, Sergio. Obviously, we could go like this. I chose to come here economy because it's 4 hours. And I figured if I'm going to spend, because flights have gone through the roof, a crazy amount of money, it'll be on a long-haul flight.
There is no perfect timing, honey, for kids. And everybody knows that. If you don't push for it, it's just not going to happen. So I understand your point. I completely understand that our life will change forever.
No. This is interesting. So the next day, so Laura's in our house. Sergio's running around for half an hour thinking, this is all amazing and look how sweet this baby is. Agreed. But Laura's up and down like a yo-yo. She can't sit and have a conversation with me. She can't relax by the pool. She can't do anything. And then she calls us the next day and she's like, because I'd invited her to a beach, a nice beach. And she's like, well, I don't know if I can do that because, Bonnie won't sit down. And then, Sergio heard her on the phone. She's going, Bonnie, sit down. Do this. Don't touch this. All of these things. And he goes, God, she sounds so stressed. And I'm like, because she is fucking stressed. She has no time. She says she has no social life. She can't go out at night. If her boyfriend comes over, it's literally she'll have a shower, then he has a shower. They watch the baby. Then one does.
Because she doesn't have any nannies.
Yeah.
If you have nannies and help, you are most likely to not really change your life.
That's the door.
Okay, let me just open.
Not Not really, Sergio, because your kids want you. At the end of the day, how many times a day do my children call me? Every
I
single
mean,
day.
lots of times, yes, I
Yes,
understand.
every single day, all day, whilst using my credit cards like Tetris. Every single day.
I know, honey, but I mean, like, okay, I understand where
And
you
by
are.
the way, there's this myth.
Let me
There's this myth. Oh, let's talk about your little girlfriend in Spain.
actually, I have to say.
Yeah, let's talk about your little girlfriend in Spain.
Wait, I have
okay,
so
there's
many.
all these influencers, and that on social media, it looks amazing to have a baby. 100%. They look so cute. They're peaceful. They sit in a papoose, and they're just gorgeous little things. That is not the reality. They're snotty. They get colds. They cry. They teeth. You don't get any sleep. It's not glamorous.
I
It
have
is-
to say, I have so many girlfriends in Spain that they are kind of like in their 30s, 35s, and they just had like the baby, and
and
honestly,
not to mention, so they pick the husband based on all the wrong things.
100%. So
On a
basically,
pretty picture that they think.
yes. So basically, they had a kid, and honestly, their lives changed forever. And it is a crazy situation, but I mean, that really scares me in a way because I'm like, oh my god, they used to have so much freedom and so much amazing life, and all the time now they just, they're just going crazy.
Yeah, and it's like they can't have that life. They think you can pick up and just travel wherever you want. You cannot.
I think
okay?
our baby,
You
honestly,
cannot.
listen to me. I think our baby is gonna be a fun baby.
There's no such thing as that is where we are so different. There is no
Honey,
such thing as a fun baby.
there is a fun
Everyone
baby.
starts out. I had exactly your view when I was your age, and it was a giant slap round my ass. And like we're in the Maldives now,
was.
one of the most beautiful places on earth, and it has been testing, right? If it had been here, just you and me,
Yeah, obviously
it would be a lot
very
easier.
different. But
yes, look, there you go. Typical example. In the middle of this, Yasmin comes storming in.
we have to stop everything,
everything
literally.
and
Oh
continue.
my god. Okay, keep going.
No, my point is, Sergio, as much as we love, and I wouldn't change it, because back in those days, that's what we were told. Everyone had to have a baby, and that's, how life is. I don't think it's glamorized. Your friends have, they're divorced already. They have a child that they can't travel with. Their lives, they're not earning as much money. They're not having the life experiences you've had. None of your friends live the way you do right now. None of them.
Let me ask you a question. If you could be my age now, would you have a baby if you wouldn't have any? Oh, that's deep in the heart. Tan tan tan. I want that answer.
No, I probably would have, because I didn't know, and I'm warning you.
Here we are.
Even okay, here's the other
Here
one.
we are.
Your mother, okay, that you keep saying is the one that's supposedly moving here to take care of this baby.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother looks horrified at the thought. There is not one maternal bone left in that woman's body except for you.
My mom
She was
doesn't
like-
look
no,
horrified,
she
honey.
was. She said, absolutely not, I think were her exact words.
Obviously, yes, but after spending the day with Laura Anderson's baby, then she look at all those, it's like, oh my god, this is the cutest thing, it's so cute, it's so beautiful.
She didn't spend the day. She may have watched your story. She didn't spend any time with Laura Anderson baby. Let's see how she does after hour 1 when I'm not touching that baby.
You're not touching the baby?
No.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm not going to be doing all the work.
If we have a baby, you
I'm
are
not
not going
doing
to change
it.
the nappies?
No.
You are not going to feed the baby?
No.
You're not
I
going to
hate
cuddle the
feeding it.
baby?
I might cuddle it.
I bet you now $100,000 that if we have this baby, you're going to become so maternal and so loving, and the baby's going to be day and night in your chest. I tell you.
Darling, I know what's to come. There's this myth, by the way, that babies are the hardest part. It is not. Teenagers are a fucking nightmare. They require so much more time. It's a joke. I have 3 giant humans who have 3 different interests that want to be 3 different places at the same time with me. With me.
Actually,
So, and basically, no, I'm meant to not have a life at all. I'm meant to stay home, wait for a phone call that will probably come so that they want to go out at 7. It will probably come at 5 minutes to 7 to let me know whether I should be joining or not.
Actually, I have to
That's
say,
what they want.
I understand, but I have to say, because I'm coming from a very traditional family, we have 41 cousins from my dad's side. We have a very big family, and it's all about, having kids and creating generation. After obviously staying with Caroline for the last 7 years or 6.5 years, spending a lot of time with her kids and pretty much living with them, I see how long and how much it takes out of your life. and it is a big, big decision. And now, honestly speaking, I'm not sure if, my heart is fully into, a dedication to a baby.
Find me one of your friends that you envy their life right now.
Absolutely.
Which one?
Envy my life?
Or that you would like their life?
I don't know. Nobody. I love my life.
Okay. And like a lot of them have like reconsidered their lives. Your boyfriends, friends, male friends have said, we would love this life with an older woman.
Yes,
and
100%, honey. But look, happiness is temporary. Okay?
happiness is not temporary.
Okay, it's not temporary, but,
I'm happy all the time. I'm really
Shut up. You're a nightmare, honey. You are literally a nightmare the whole time because I deal with you day and night, honey. You are the most painful woman in the planet, but I just love you so much and I just love looking after you. But you ask me 55 questions every hour. So, yes.
So why would you like to? And by the way,
Yes?
pot kettle black. Do you know how much work you require?
Yes.
Because you get super excited. Like a minute ago, we're on a TV show. We're doing Bust the Label. We have I'm meant to be winding my life down. Suddenly, I've ended up building in Bali, doing property.
Honey, you
company
love it
here.
as much as we do. So don't say
Where
that.
is a baby fitting into that?
Okay, it's not what it's a baby. A baby will be just here, literally. I will be carrying the
It
papoose.
doesn't happen like
I
that,
will be carrying the
Sergio.
papoose and I will be super happy.
I wish somebody out there literally could lend me a baby for one whole week. I don't know how I do that. How do I get one for a whole week? Is there anyone going on holiday that could just drop it off with us? I promise you we'll look after it. Or he will. I will
Honey,
be
now
there
one-
to make sure nothing happens.
After everything you've said to me, do you think any of these people listening, they're going to give you their baby to look after them? You might end up losing it or he will just be gone for some reason. So, you're not having no one's baby. It's just not happening.
Well, I mean, there's enough tired women out there that would probably throw a baby at you for a week so they could have a week off. I just have to move out. I just think, Sergio, you really genuinely, okay, and I really love you, and I know that I understand because sometimes I look and I'm like, how can I not give him that?
And you're not
He
giving me
deserves
one,
that.
baby. You're not even gonna carry. So it would be someone's baby belly carrying that baby, and she would just pop it out.
Yeah,
I will
but-
just take it, and it
Yeah,
will
but
be a
has-
baby.
But it has to live with us.
Obviously, will live with us, honey. It's our baby. What do you think? It's gonna live in our neighbors? You're the fucking horrible human, literally. Like,
I was
how can
looking-
you say that about a
So when
human?
Laura was there, because I've gone through it, Sergio. I was looking, and she was looking at my house, and she goes, first of all, she unpacked next to my B&B Italia sofa. Anyone that's watched Housewives know how much that sofa is.
Oh my God.
I'm thinking, why did she unpack next to the sofa? Then I'm watching him toddle around. That's the stage where they literally knock everything over. And then, of course, she's right. My house is like a nightmare. Everything's got sharp corners, plugs for the fingers. You haven't even thought about that. You can't have a plug. You know that.
Okay,
because
so
little fingers.
Listen to me. Instead of a baby,
Yeah.
what would be your offer? What would be your offer? I want to know, instead of a baby, what would you be giving me?
The life you have. I'm your baby.
You are my baby?
Yes. And it's just a lie. Like, I look at, school fees are through the roof. The roof. No one isn't struggling anymore. Everybody, the world's gone to shit. Some of the wealthiest people we know have been through. Look at the LA wildfires. It's hitting. Nobody
It's
is
crazy, actually.
above being hit right now. I don't, crypto is up and down. I'm not getting into some, crazy fast money losing. We made two stock, what do you call it? When you put money into stocks?
What is it?
Investments in my life after I got divorced.
We invested in a few BCs, it was a disaster, literally.
Disaster.
Disaster. Everybody told us we should do it. It was
Disaster.
going to go public, and then all the time the companies didn't even go public, and we just,
I'm in a great place again. I am finally in a fucking amazing place.
Actually,
we are living the life of my dreams.
I have to say something in your favor. So after spending time here, in Maldives, it's a family-oriented holiday, with lots of kids running around and stuff. We're in the restaurant, and I was looking around the tables, and no one is happy. And I'm like, no one is happy. No, maybe nobody was smiling. Nobody was really having a good time.
It's stressful.
They were
darling.
literally
When
with the
you've got
phones
kids,
playing. I was like, oh my God, what?
You're either watching families with the children in front of the games to keep them quiet so they sit through dinner, because otherwise they won't sit through dinner.
I know they're not talking. No one is
No.
talking to each other. I'm like, what is this about? Like, why?
Because it's really hard. And that was what I was saying about the phone call with Laura. She sounded so stressed on the phone because she couldn't even have the phone call.
I know, that's true.
You know, and
But also,
you're
I think, let me just say something. I think early stage moms, they get used to dramatized situations. They get used to
Sergio,
just...
It is not dramatized.
I think so, honey, yes, because a lot of
No,
my
it's
friends, I
not.
call them and they're like, oh my God, I'm so stressed. Oh my God, this. Just please relax. He's a baby. He's going to run around. He's going to stay there. Just take it easy. Let's
Do you
just...
see why I want to literally slap him?
You were a baby as well at some point in your
Slap
life.
him. He has no idea. No idea, darling. I want to give you a baby for a long-haul flight. Anyone going to America that wants to drop their baby off with Sergio and put him on a long-haul flight, I want to see you how you get through a 17-hour flight with a baby.
Honey, I have a special connection with babies.
You
The
do
babies...
not, darling.
Honey.
You haven't spent longer than an hour and then you go upstairs.
I'm like that...
Sorry.
No, honey.
What is the longest you've spent with a baby? Even your girlfriends. Your girlfriend in Spain, you know, that like you like to play happy families with, she literally is on her last legs.
You know the dog whisper?
That is, darling,
I am the baby whisper. I'm the baby whisper.
it's just
Every
not
time you
true.
see a baby, we look at each other.
All
We have a
you do is
special connection with the
smile,
eyes.
and then you walk off. That is not
No.
looking after a baby,
Honey,
darling.
I connect
have you
with
ever,
them.
Have you ever been with one that's got a high fever, that's teething through the night, that's screaming, and there's nothing you can do, and snot pouring out of their mouths, and shit coming out of their bums, and suddenly they're not so fucking cute because there's every orifice. It's like, no.
I mean, I'm literally fighting with a black wall. I mean, honey, it's impossible. Why?
It's a brick wall,
Or
darling.
brick wall. I don't know how to call it. But, like, babies are beautiful. At some point in life, let me tell you, that fucking horrible human in front of me, it was a baby. And it was a cute baby that was horrible most of the times. Sometimes it was nice. And then it just grew into this, like, terrible, horrible woman that just hates human and babies and all this weird stuff.
I don't hate them. I just don't want one. The more
Okay.
I see them, the less I like them.
Would you be open
Yeah.
if another woman out there would want to have a baby with me and she just live with us?
Well, why does the woman have to live with us?
Ah, okay. I don't know. It's just an offer.
I'm very open to what life looks like later. I don't know what that looks like. Maybe you'll have a baby with someone in Bali.
Maybe I don't
And
want a
I'll
Balinese mama. It's just not for me, I think. I love Balinese people, but I don't think I want to have a baby with one of them.
I see myself with you.
Okay?
I don't know what that looks like for the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I do understand you're only 30 and you can go on and have a baby when you're 40.
Maybe I'm not going to have it with when I'm 40, because when the baby is 10, I will literally be almost 55 or whatever. It's just not going to happen. I will be like I will go to school with a wheelchair. It's just not my type of thing.
I'm 50.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, 50.
I'm not in a wheelchair. I look fine. You've got to stop with this. It's total ageism.
What was the worst experience that you had with babies? I wanna go deep into the trauma. I wanna go deep into why your feelings are the way they are about babies.
I don't have any trauma from babies, okay? I had a great nanny. It was just so much organization. Everything, every day is organized from 9 till they sleep. You don't have any free time. You are thinking always of someone else. This is the first time in my life, in however many years, 16 years, 18 years, that I'm completely selfish. I can do whatever I want. Apart from you, pretty much. My sons do whatever they want. They join, they don't join. She's at boarding school. I am free as a bird. I'm not thinking about their school schedules. I'm not thinking, all I have to do is make sure they have their clothes, they're fed, we meet for holidays.
Actually, I have to say,
it's
I
pretty
think
wonderful.
I think when you find in life your soulmate, your life partner, someone that you really want to spend the rest of your life with, I think in a way babies kind of like take a second place, because you see your life with that person and you see that you can really build, a lifetime of experiences
And
without putting
sadly,
someone in the middle.
78% of marriages, because first marriage is exactly that, people your age who get married and go, okay, now we can have a baby, have their babies, they get shocked about what a baby really is because they've never really experienced it, and they're all divorced. I don't know any non-divorced people.
So you are saying that babies are the reason of divorce?
Well, it certainly doesn't help, yes. I think, and many times, that's why what's really fun now and what we've understood is that I have an amazing relationship with Jem now because we are business partners, which is what you need to be in raising children. right?
Okay.
We are because the lover side comes out.
So what do you
Because
think
you
is
don't
the
have
key?
time. You're not feeling very sexual because you're stressed the fuck out and you're angry all the time. You and I love to bicker anyway. Throw a baby in the mix. I might stab you to death.
Oh my god, that sounds terrible. What do you think is the key on having a healthy and happy relationship with a baby in the middle?
Well, if I knew the key to that, darling, I'd be a gazillionaire. But what do I think is the key to a healthy relationship? Look, relationships are hard. And everyone asks me to the key to our relationship. There's really good things about having a generational gap. And then there are ridiculous things about having a generational gap.
I think
where
it's the best, honey, to
sit
have
back and I go, I'm.
It is actually the best, honey. Like
you're a
I cannot see yourself with obviously anyone else than me, but anyone else other than me, because you are who you are, and you need someone my age to be
Who's
able to handle
adaptable.
you, because you are very difficult. You are one of the most horrible humans, first of all, and the most toughest woman ever met in my life to handle. You go through ups and downs like I've never seen before. I thought, I don't know, I've seen crazy women, but in this Caroline. Like, I think she lives in the period. I think this period is lying to me. I think the period comes, I don't know, 4 times a week. There's
probably
just something.
menopause, but who knows?
There's something coming there. La menopausia is absolutely horrible. I just feel so many things on you.
So why would you want to throw a baby into the mix? And you don't think that it would blow us up?
No, the opposite. I think a baby, it might be this beautiful piece of heaven that
it's
just
not
will be in the
softening me,
middle
darling.
here.
It's going to irritate the shit out of me. I didn't look. I didn't look once at that baby and wish I had it. Not once.
Never.
In fact, no. I was looking, going, I wonder how long they're staying. That's terrible.
I honestly
I
believe.
couldn't wait for everybody to leave.
Let me say something, because I think from the moment I met you, you saw me different faces. The first phase, it was this very tough, very just focused, business-oriented woman with no heart at all. It was just a piece of rock, no feelings. And then slowly with the time, she evolved into this amazing, beautiful woman that just comes out and she's very loving and just all about giving. And I think there is something trapped from your childhood or from the past on you about babies, that I think if we have a baby, everything will come out and you will become a different person with the baby.
No. I think it's the old dog, new tricks. It's like...
All dogs, new tricks.
It's not happening. The thought of getting on a plane with one. I just love I love the life.
Do you think with the time,
I love our life.
when you get a bit less busy and a bit more relaxed and a bit more tired in life, will you want to have a baby?
I don't know, darling. I haven't said no. I just don't know if it would be good for us. I'm scared that I will regret it and then resent you.
My biggest fear is, as you know,
that you resent
when
me.
when I'm 70 and, thank God, like, hopefully Caroline lasts, forever, obviously, and my family, but, when Caroline is gone, my family is gone, I just don't want to be that 70, 75 years old guy, just with really nobody there taking care of me or looking after me, or, like, not even looking after me, just having someone who I can talk with, because
Let me tell you something.
1 second, I will not have blood.
Let me tell you something.
But in a different way, 1 second.
Fuck off later.
Eh?
Children fuck off later. If you think your child's coming back to take care of you in your old age, think again.
I understand, but also in a way, I'm like, look, I have this philosophy in life that I just want to live every moment as is the last one. I just don't want to think about the future. I want to think about today, and that's, I think, one of the big reasons why we are where we are today. So just for me thinking about what I'm going to do or what's going to happen when I'm 70 is kind of like, are you fucking crazy? Like, why would I want to think about that? So
Yeah, don't.
I'm not.
So, look, I do picture it because obviously I'd love a piece of you. But then this has been a complicated trip.
It will come up so beautifully done, our baby.
Sergio, this has been a complicated trip.
It's been. Let's be honest.
Teenagers are very hard work.
Actually, after spending time in this, trip, we have like a few, kids and stuff. It's just very different to travel with my wife only, because we literally just see beauty in every moment. The energy is so good. We don't get stressed. It's just so easy. We want to do this, we do it. We don't want to do this.
Bonds us.
Even just going to dinner, like, oh, let's take the buggy. Oh no, we want to go walking. Oh my God, walking.
Everything's a discussion.
Everything's a discussion.
Everything's a problem. Like when we travel together,
It's like,
normally when
whatever.
we're stressed or whatever, we get on a plane and it's like zing, we fall back in love.
Literally. And Caroline and me,
And-
we are so easy with each other that
Yeah.
if she wants to eat chips, we eat chips. If I want to eat whatever, we go here. It's just very easy.
We want to have sex. We have sex.
I mean, yeah, it's not everything about the sex, but yes, it's about the sex or like just kind of like, I could say it's more about, restaurants, like go here, activities, things, like wake up in the morning and see Miss Breakfast and there's like a whole thing going on. It's just, I think
Super hard to move around.
it's a lot, to be honest, yeah.
It's hard to move around. There's 2-3 bedrooms every time. Whenever we travel for a whole month in the summer, we have to get 3 hotel rooms and forget in the summer doing, any collabs or deals with hotels or anything like that. No one's giving you a deal or a room rate. No one cares. So it's 3 full rooms wherever we go. It's
Literally.
like the Von Trapp family without even taking a nanny and another kid.
For me, I
Like-
I don't remember how I was when I was 18 or 19 years old. I think I had a very, very tough, childhood. I went a bit crazy, I didn't study well. And then all the time I changed, I completely became the most amazing child. But I think I have a moment. And I think, you had your moment as well when you were little, right? So just seeing your daughter now, for example, going through all these periods of a teenager, it's just very stressful for me,
I watch, social media now, and I think it's becoming more and more acceptable. I'm speaking to people under 40 or 35, and more girls are saying they don't want children, and I get it. I really get it. I don't think they should be shamed. I think it should be a choice. The fact that we push them into kids or push people into that it's this way or there's something wrong with you is wrong. Because honestly, if we actually dialed it back a bit and actually were able to take care of ourselves and got ourselves into a position, instead of trying to keep up with what everybody else is doing, then everyone mentally would have a better life. Because now, people that can't afford to get even on the housing ladder are having babies because that's what they're told. They don't know how to have protection, or they're told this is the right thing to do and everyone else is doing it. And now they can't get into the housing market. They've got babies, they're stressed, and their lives are forever changed.
You know what? If your parents would be sitting right here in this exact moment 48 years ago, you would never be here.
Yes, but my parents, you see, it was a different time, Sergio. Inflation, costs, school fees. It's gone through the roof. It wasn't like that. It was very affordable for everyone to have children. Okay, everyone. That's why we all had so many.
Honey, you're
children.
going back to the financial situation. It's not. Like, do you think that's scaring me? It's not, baby.
No.
It's not.
Sergio, it's not about that. It's just like I don't want to be in a stage where I have to think about doing all that again.
No, I understand.
Putting
I think
ourselves into like school fees again and all of these things. Why can't I want to be thinking we're going in November, we're going to a private island, whale watching. And we're going to Tanzania, we're going to Madagascar, and we're going here. Like, I want to be doing that at this stage of my life, seeing the world.
I think
not changing a nappy.
You don't wanna be in a position that you have to prioritize someone else or give up your life for someone else.
Yes.
And I completely understand that.
Because actually, I do prioritize you.
And I do prioritize you.
So I'm
You're
already...
my whole life, my
and
friend.
my
You know that.
Yes, I know that.
Exactly.
And you're my whole life with my children.
Uh-huh.
So I'm always thinking about other people as well as myself.
100%. I mean, for me, it's just very different. I grew up thinking and being all about building a family and having kids. And now I understand the generations are changing and maybe it might not be my priority. So I don't know. I have so many things in my head, to be honest, and I don't really know what do I want.
I mean, I've got a text message on my phone from this woman about the surrogacy. So I've looked into it. I keep going one step forward and then stopping, going, God, I love you, darling. I don't want to be divorced again. I don't. But I worry that's where we would head.
So do you think if we have a baby, you will divorce me or I will divorce you?
Either way, yes.
100%.
I do feel that it will probably blow us up, yes.
Why? I don't understand.
Because I think the added stress and the resentment of a screaming baby and me, I also think that when you see me not want to do it, that will also upset you.
No, I mean, look, I told you once before, you are my soulmate, you are my priority in life, and if we decide together that we are not gonna have a baby, I'm gonna be super happy because I know we're gonna have the best life there is. We're gonna travel, we're gonna do all these businesses, and that's what really fits my soul. I would love to have someone else maybe later on in life, yes. It's just a big decision. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know what to do. So we have a baby or no? Oh my God.
Oh my God, these people must think we're mad.
We're literally
But
crazy.
actually, I do feel the world is changing. I don't think there should be parent shaming. I think people should be respected for the decisions they make, for the reasons they make them today, and that the world is a very different place. There is so much mental health problems, so many mental health, because there's so much pressure on people to do things. It's so hard to make money today. It is, and the social media makes it look so easy.
Yeah.
And it is not.
I think society is changing in many different ways, and I think society changed the way people look at generations and people look at, just growth, individual growth.
I'm not even sure I want to lead generations and people into this world. It's such a different place, Sergio.
No, I understand.
Who knows
That's why.
where
That's
it's going.
That's what I'm saying. We know so many people now that they don't want to have kids and they're single and they just they're very happy with their lives.
Very happy.
And before that was never been possible.
And exactly that. And I think now we have the choice. And now we have, I do have hindsight. I understand you don't. And I do understand it's a big decision. And I do understand that one day we might both regret this both ways. You might say, I thought I could do it. I can't. I need somebody else. And I might think when I'm 70, fuck, I should have given it to him. But, shoulda, woulda, coulda. You can't do that.
We don't know yet what's going to happen. To be honest, we love each other. Every day is getting better and better. We don't know if a baby will change us. But what would you say today as a 23rd of January of 2025 with a very good years ahead of us?
Huge year ahead of us.
What would you say it is the verdict?
If you asked me today, I'd say no.
You're not giving me a baby.
I don't want one. But if it's I don't want one this year.
All right. I'm good to go. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Oh, look at his face. I feel so bad. It's like taking candy from a baby. Thank you for listening to another episode of Uncut and Uncensored. Let me know your thoughts as older women out there. I'm sure this is one of the problems with generational gaps, obviously. And this happens for men and women the other way around.
Always.
I'd like to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that button. It really, really matters.
We love you, and
Thank you for listening to another episode.
Bye-bye. We're going to go for a swim.